Why you? Why did they pick you?
Yeah, that was one of the first questions I asked them, and they explained to me later, they didn't choose me. They created me to be able to speak about that.
I'm not a great believer in cosmic coincidence, but shortly after Krista Bradford filed her report from Miami, I was here in Santa Monica, California, when who should I find staying at the very same hotel? None other than Rael himself. Hello, how are you, sir?
Fine, I'm very happy to meet you.
Last we heard you had 35,000 followers. Is that still approximately right?
It's a little bit too much, 28,000.
28,000. What is the attraction?
I think the message by itself, and it's a philosophy in perfect harmony with our century, with the 21st century, which is coming soon.
You know, of course, the thing that attracts most attention, Rael, you have to be honest, is your approach to human sexuality, a kind of a free spirit, almost a 60s kind of thing.
I don't think this is the most important point.
But when I read the news accounts, it seems the things that the reporters focus most on is that there is quite a bit of interaction, shall we say, sensual interaction among your followers.
No, it's very, very few. Of course, you have some journalists who have a sexual obsession.
Oh, exactly.
And they read it.
It's the journalist.
Yeah, of course.
Now, is it really true, now tell me the truth, that you personally have met Jesus and Muhammad and Buddha?
Yes, this is the important part. These people...
But you've seen them with your own eyes?
Of course, and I was speaking to them like I speak to you now. And we will build this embassy, and they will come back to the earth.
How tall was Jesus?
Oh, smaller than you.
How about Muhammad?
Muhammad also smaller than you.
I believe in the First Amendment in the United States. I believe that people should believe whatever they want to. I really think that that's what we need in this country.
Freedom.
Freedom, right. But when people are offended, when people are hurt by something, then I think freedom has to be curtailed. You know, freedom has to be withdrawn a bit. If something... Here, meet somebody here. Come in. This is Rachel Bernstein. Yeah. Rachel Bernstein is a cult expert for something called the Jewish Federation. Now, Rachel, why don't you explain to Rael why this is offensive?
Well, of course, as you know, the swastika conjures up images of the Holocaust, and it brings back memories for many Jewish people, many Jewish survivors, of a time of pain and a time of a terrible tragedy. And that's something we can't separate from the symbol.
This symbol, you can find it in the Tibetan Book of Dead, and it's a symbol of peace, of freedom, and a cycle in time.
50 years ago, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And 50 years ago is the modern era.
A symbol with the Jewish star with the swastika in the middle would be similar to going in front of a church and having a cross with the skull and crossbones in the middle.
Yes, but you know, we have to understand it's a peaceful symbol, and we have our movement in Israel, and we will build an embassy in Israel, and we support Israel. So I think there is nothing wrong with it.
Rachel, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
To give you
the message given to me by the extraterrestrials. This is Rael's book. Have an excellent seminar today, and it's nice seeing you in person, Rael. I have to confess that I sort of like the guy personally. He has a very gentle nature. It's just too bad that he doesn't realize, or maybe just refuses to acknowledge the pain that he's causing so many people.
For 32 years, I have been promoting the Raelian movement. I am the founder and the leader of the Raelian movement, which say there is no God, there is no soul, and of course there is no Holy Spirit. So it's a pleasure to support your website and your actions to promote atheism worldwide, because we, the Raelian movement, use the same technique as the religious group who try to proselytize worldwide to have as many followers as possible. And I think it's good also that atheists use the same technique to proselytize also and to counterbalance the bad influence of God believers. So it's very important for me to push people to read the message I wrote, which is a completely atheist and rationalist message, which explains that we have been created by an advanced civilization coming from another planet. In a way, this is the third way. Before there was believing in God who created everything on earth in 7 days. Then there was the theory of evolution, and here comes a third way. We, being the fruit of a scientific creation, from scientists of a very advanced civilization using DNA and genetic engineering and creating all life on Earth as a scientific experimentation. And we are about to do the same. We start to create life, to do human cloning, we start to create artificial form of life, and soon we will ourselves create life on another planet. And so this is very important. In a way, it's a kind of intelligent design, but not intelligent design that God's believers try to use to bring back God to school. It's an atheist intelligent design. If a scientist designed a new animal and create it in a laboratory, it will be an intelligent design, but without God. A godless intelligent design. And that's, I think, a very good way to bring an alternative to the two ways which were until now used to explain why we are on the earth. But a scientific event, an historic event, far away from any religious denomination, by respect for all the people, not only who are not Christian, the Buddhists, the 1.5 billion Chinese who are not Christian and not Buddhist either, or also the atheists, because also the population of the world count a very big amount of atheists, and why they should use the Christian calendar. That's another way. The Christian church continue to have you on their list, and they continue to claim millions of people, millions of followers using your name. Even if you say on YouTube, there is no Holy Spirit and there is no God and there is no soul. So what is the way out? The only way out is write to your parish, be amongst the member of the Christian church I was baptized in. I debaptize myself. I apostatize. Apostasy. You have the right to do it, and they must acknowledge you apostatize from your religion. And then not only you say there is no Holy Spirit and no soul and no God, but also they cannot anymore have you on their list. And that's a big problem for them, because the more they have followers, the more they can pretend they are important. So if you really want to make this terrible abuse of the people stop, apostatize, debaptize yourself, especially if you are part of the minority which the religious, the Christian church don't respect. As you know, now more than 50% of people divorce. The Catholic Church still condemns the divorce. And the people who divorce, they are feeling guilty, and they still are on the list of the Catholic Church. The gay people, you are gay? Why you stay on the list of the Christian Church? They condemn your way of life, your freedom of choice. Why should you stay on the list? Apostatize. Send a letter saying, I don't want to belong anymore to this church, which is not respecting my difference, my right, my freedom. If you have abortion, the same. Millions of women have abortion in the world. Why should you feel the guilt of your life and continue to be a Christian? Just apostatize. Say, there is no God, there is no soul. I quit the Christian church I belong to, and then you are free. The same for contraception. The Catholic Pope is still against the use of condom and the birth planning. So apostatize, quit this movement. We are not respecting your freedom of choice. The freedom of choice and the beautiful world, the future of humanity will be there thanks to science, the internet, which is a great religious experience. Without God, we can be religious by feeling peace and love for every human being, by having a very high level of spirituality, which is to meditate, to enjoy the trees, the beautiful music, and the art of the world, without God, without soul, and without Holy Spirit.